Welcome back to What's Now. It's that time once again to think about taxes. While you do have an extra month this year in 2021, there's specific things that you need to know that will help you hopefully get more money back or have less of a tax responsibility. Let's take a look.
It is time, actually past time, to be thinking about 2020 taxes and filing. And today we are going to be debunking common tax myths and the importance of filing early. Joining us now is Mark Steber, Chief Tax Information Officer at Jackson Hewitt. Mark, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Christine. Wonderful to be here.
So what are some of the many myths that we need to know about the 2020 tax season?
Well, I'll start with my number one myth, which is that, oh, taxes are so simple. I'll just do it on my smartphone. I heard about a postcard some years ago. Taxes are easy and simple. I'll either do it the night of April 15th, or I'm sure the IRS will extend the deadline. All of those are false, fake, and just wrong. Taxes are complicated. Life is complicated. 2020 with the pandemic has supersized all of that. And with 4 tax bills, including one yesterday, retroactive to the beginning of the year, all packed with a ton of pro-taxpayer, benefits. Taxes are more important than ever, more complicated than ever, and probably more opportunity for mistake and omitted benefits than ever. So it's sometimes more important than others. This is one of those years. Pay close attention to your money or you'll lose some of it.
Many Americans were forced to work from home in 2020. Are there tax deductions available for these taxpayers?
There absolutely are, sort of. I guess I'll give you one of my big myths. I worked at home. I had an office. I get the home office deduction. There is a home office deduction in the tax code, and we did a survey, and a full 80% of the folks said, yeah, I work at home, I'm getting a benefit. Well, that's not really true, not for all taxpayers. If you're working at home for the convenience of your employer, out of an abundance of caution for the pandemic, or your office just simply closed, you're still an employee and you do not get the home office deduction. On the other hand, if you run your business out of your home, you certainly will qualify for the home office deduction, provided you meet the other prerequisites, a separated area used specifically for your business. And if you're both, if you're actually a self-employed person and an employee, you still might qualify, or if you have a spouse. But just because you're working at home like millions of Americans are, and like I am many days a week, does not necessarily mean you get the home office deduction. Sure, you can put it on your tax return, but that's probably going to get picked up and you're going to have a bad day later. So not everybody gets the home office, but many do. And no, final myth, it does not trigger an automatic IRS audit. The home office deduction is something that is steeped in tradition and has been around a long time.
Are there any other tax myths that we need to be aware of?
Well, aside from taxes are simple, I'll do it on a postcard, I'll do it myself, I've got the home office deduction. There are myths and mistakes from the stimulus payments. Those are not taxable. A lot of people think they are, and if you put it on your tax return, it'll probably stay on your tax return because the IRS does not fix your mistakes when you put too much income down, which is another myth. If I make a mistake, the IRS will fix it and I'll get more money. That's not how it works. The IRS is in the business of collecting money, not giving out money, which brings me to unemployment benefits. Those, in fact, are taxable, whether you got state benefits, the federal add-on benefits, and all the rest. Leave that off, you're going to get a notice or an assessment. Except but for the law change yesterday, which exempts a certain portion of unemployment benefits. Again, very confusing, generally taxable, except for yesterday's tax law change, retroactive to last year, exempting the first $10,200. So a lot to know, a lot to watch out for, and a lot of risk that you won't get the biggest refund that you can if you make one of these or more mistakes.
Millions of Americans were unemployed in 2020 because of COVID. What do these taxpayers need to know before filing?
Well, the first thing, as I mentioned, unemployment benefits generally taxable, except for yesterday's tax law change. The other thing that catches a lot of people off guard is very simply that unemployment benefits, although they are taxable, except for this portion that are not now, generally are different than wages in that they don't often have withholding attached. So when you get your paycheck, you're going, where did all my money go? Well, some of that money went to the prepayment of taxes. Unemployment benefits, you have to opt in to get those benefits. And many people do not because they're worried about, making it day to day. So it's generally a shock. So this new look-back provision, very beneficial and very helpful. The other thing I would warn people about is your unemployment benefits, although they are taxable, they're not earned income. So they can greatly reduce things like the earned income tax credit, which is what makes this look back provision, another rule that was passed right at year end, very important for taxpayers to know about. I would leave it this way. If you had unemployment benefits in 2020, it's probably likely your taxes are complicated and you should probably get some help or you might pay too much.
Where can we get more information?
Well, our website at jacksonhewitt.com, we have these and other topics. We have frequently asked questions, checklists for what you need to know, and a suite of videos where I explain these and other topics. But the best part is you just put in your zip code and up pops a map with the offices closest to you. You click on one of the dots, make an appointment, or take down the address and head right on in. And if you've already done your taxes, bring them on in right now and we'll do a refund recheck to make sure one of these or other benefits, didn't get overlooked, and then work to amend the return and get you your money back. So a lot to watch on jacksonhewitt.com, but it's a great place to start.
Well, thank you so much, Mark Steber, Chief Tax Information Officer, joining us today. We appreciate you being here from Jackson Hewitt and giving us this important and essential information about our 2020 taxes.
Thank you, Christine. You have a great day.